And now from here, you can see that all three of our products are unpublished, and so are all three of our reviews. Now the reason for that is that when we set up the content types initially, we set it to be unpublished by default. That was to prevent ourselves from accidentally publishing unfinished content. And that's still a good idea, but we need to go ahead and publish these if we want them to display on the live site. So I'm going to check the boxes next to each piece of content that we imported here. And then once we get done checking them all, under Update Options here, Publish Selected Content is already checked. That's the default option, and we'll click Update. Once that's done, if we go to a review page, I'll go to Review of Useless Box Kit, you see that now the red background for About This Product is gone. So remember, the reason why we imported this content in the first place was so that we could test our views and know that if we got some content displaying in our view, that it wasn't just displaying because it was the only piece of content available. We now have 3 pieces of content, so that's enough that we should be able to test that our view is working properly. If this was a real project, I'd take this approach even if there were hundreds of pieces of content that we needed to import. I would only import the bare minimum to make sure that our configuration was working properly. That way, if there are any updates to the content later on, or we need to reconfigure the way that our content is structured for some reason, we don't have a ton of content that we have to shift over to using any new structure. So you might find that the strategy is also useful for you as you work on real-world projects. Having a bit of content in there is also good for showing the clients as you work through the site building process and give them prototypes that they can work with, as well as giving us some fodder for setting up our configuration.